Hi. So, one of the things I often give my clients, and it's a little bit of fun, but there's some purpose to it as well, is a little bottle of bubbles. Oh, I can't open them. Okay, so let's have a look. So what we do with our bubbles we just come down so you can hopefully see them disappear off. Oh, dog's coming in. That's Coops, by the way. He's let's just introduce you to the dog. That's Cooper. There are other beasts here as well. He's decided he's had enough already. So I'll get back to telling you about the bubbles. So the purpose for the bubbles is because it does a few things. So the breath work is really good when we're feeling less than our best self. If we do an extended out breath, it helps balance our system. So when we're in our stress system, which is known as the sympathetic nervous system, we tend to shallow breathe. So anything that, so our breath tends to be quick. So anything that extends the out breath helps move our system into what they call the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and restore. And that can be really helpful. So if you're feeling a little bit stressed and you want to calm down, an extended out breath can help. So of course, blowing bubbles extends your out breath. But there are other things that these bubbles can represent. So one, you could imagine, anything that's annoying you, just blowing it off. Oh, that didn't work. Blowing it off into a bubble. And as they disappear off, ping, imagining your problems just floating away and boop, and disappearing. So that's quite nice as an idea. These bubbles are running low. So that's one way that we can do it. The other thing that's really good, so you've got your extended out breath, which is really useful to you. So that's great. And then you've got imagining you're just blowing away anything that's bothering you. Just blow it away and it pings out the way. That's lovely too. But the other thing that we do when we blow bubbles is we look up, and you may have noticed on some of the other recordings I've done, I talk about the eyes and how when we look up, we process, we tend to be processing visuals. And when we look down, our brain tends to go into our emotions or our self-talk. So this is from the NLP eye accessing cues. So that tends to be where we go. But of course, when we're looking up, blowing bubbles, we are looking up. And as such, it's harder to process those internal thoughts when our eye focus is going up rather than going down. And you may have noticed that when people are not feeling like their best self, they tend to sort of close in and they tend to be like, we tend to look down, language downright miserable. And when people are feeling up, people say things like chin up or things are looking up, we tend to feel better. So this little bottle of bubbles encourages several things. It encourages an extended out breath, which is really useful for help to balance your autonomic nervous system and take you into a more healthy breath pattern. You can use your imagination to imagine just sending anything that's not good for you off and pinging it away. And then to add to that as well, you're looking up. So a little bottle of bubbles when you're feeling less than your best self can be a really useful thing to do. So yeah, blow bubbles. That's my little mini life hack. It's not on itself going to change everything for you, but it's a little useful tool that might make things a bit different. So it could be useful for you, or you could share it with somebody that you know. You could buy somebody bubbles, or you could, if you're working with a young person, you could perhaps encourage them to blow bubbles, or just use it as your own little thing. Have a little bottle of bubbles by your desk, and if you can open them, every now and then. Just treat yourself. After all, who doesn't like bubbles? So that's my little life hack. Take care. Bye.